G'day and welcome to Leah's Handmade Crafts, episode number 19. Jeepers, we're creeping up, aren't we? First off, I'd like to say thank you and welcome to everyone who has joined my Mad clan in the last little bit. I'm blown away by the fact that I've got 267 subscribers. I'm just, yeah, I just can't fathom that. I've only been doing this for a little over a month, and to already be at 267, hooly dooly. So to those who have just joined us, welcome to my Mad clan, and to those who are coming back and watching me each time I upload a video, thank you very much for returning. And without you, I wouldn't have anything to talk about. Today is about some whips, or as Carla from Crochet CJ calls them, love projects. She doesn't call them works in progress, she calls them love projects. And some finished objects. I finally did some project bags. And some amazing acquisitions and happy mail. So I'll start off with my whips. Just bear with me a moment, I won't be a sec. It helps to have everything ready when you're starting. Okay, so whips. I've started on another of the Granny Cowl by Zine and Rogers in Molly Makes magazine. It is the easiest little project. Love working on it. That's basically parts of the project. I've already made one, and this is my second one. So these are my colours so far. And I'm using my first ever yarn bee. Thank you to Mary from Mary's Crochet Chit Chat, who sent it to me in a yarn swap. I have never ever used yarn bee because we don't get yarn bee here in Australia at all. So it's the yarn bee sugar wheel. That's my jam. Absolutely love it. It is just so pretty. And I had to recake it because it was falling apart. So there's that. I am also making some, I'm in the project of making some scrubbies, some bath scrubbies. So I'm wanting to make a shower scrubby and some face scrubbies. So I've been doing that. This is with some of my acquisition, which is the scrubby cotton. So this one's going to be the back bit, and so it's going to be, it's 30 stitches long, and I'm just going to make it, you know, big enough that I can do this, and I'm going to crochet some handles on either end of it. So that's that. I don't think I have any other whips. Oh, yes I do. Yes, I do. Bear with me. I can show you this because my mother knows she's getting it. It is a shawl, and it's the Crochet It For You shawl or something like that. I'll put a link to it down below. I spoke about it in the last tutorial, but this is for my mother. So that's really pretty, isn't it? So that's that. I'm also doing something for my sister-in-law for her birthday, but I can't show it because otherwise I'd give away the surprise. So that's that. I've got a couple of whips. I did the spring shawl by the Dabbling Hook, and this is it. And if you follow me on YouTube, no, not sorry, on YouTube, on Instagram. I have a photo of it on my Instagram, but it's so beautiful. I love it. I used Lion brand Unforgettable. Hold that thought. I won't be a minute. This is why I keep the ball bands. Nope. Lion brand Landscape. I used Metropolis, the Silver, and the Sage. So that's those three. And that, friends, is why I keep the ball bands. So that was that. I absolutely love it. I had been looking for an asymmetrical shawl to do for a while and absolutely fell in love. I've just got to block it. But yeah, can't wait to start wearing that for winter. I also finished Laurel from the Dabbling Hook, her Yvette Shawl, which is also on my Instagram page. This is a sugar wheel by our Spotlight brand, and it was called Cappuccino Cop. And that was this one. Absolutely loved it. I wore it last night. We were out at a dinner, and I took it along with me. Oh, so nice and scrumptiously warm. So that's that. A couple of finished objects. I made some bath puffs, so to just, you know, use in the shower. Pretty easy. It's by Yarnspirations. I'll put the link down below. It's actually meant to be a Bernat. I used Hobbies Rainbow 8/4 quality 100% cotton, so it's a bit thin for it. I must say that probably not the best thing to use to do it, because the cotton is so fine. It took me forever to do. It's a reasonably quick pattern, but I just kept going and going and going, and I got very annoyed with it very quickly. So the next one I make is going to be in a thicker cotton, because this is just way too thin, and I really don't like using a 3mm hook. So that's that. I made mention that I have made some project bags finally. Well, this is my project bag that I finished. I've just finished it. Square bottom. I'm going to add some photos of the finished product and how it looked photographed at the end. But I will put some photos up on Instagram, so that's that. I used the same pattern that Ella from No Catchy Name uses. Oh my gosh, talk about so easy to make once you read the pattern correctly. So I was reading the pattern, I was having a great old time cutting out the material, and it says, you know, cut it 14 by 20 and then the inner lining 13.5 by 20 inches. And I'm going hell for leather, and I start making it, and I make the first one. I'm thinking, why is it so narrow? They're not meant to be this narrow. And I went back and looked at the pattern, and it didn't say cut 20 by 14 and 20 by 13.5. It said cut 14 by 20 and 13.5 by 20. Well, this numbskull flipped the dimensions and made some wine bags instead. So I also have a wine bag made in this, but I took it out for a hostess gift last night, so I no longer have it. But this is one of the wine bags, or as one of the other ladies so kindly reminded me, you can put a few balls of the narrower wool, and it also becomes a wool carrier. So that was one of my dunces. I've got some extra I can't even think today, ribbon to cinch the other side, because, you know, it doesn't quite work when you can only cinch one side. The one thing I did do, which I absolutely love, is the little ends on them, because I just think it finishes it just so pretty. So there's that. The next one that I make, I am going to put some pockets on the inside, so they are fully lined. So I will, with the next one, pop a pocket on the inside, but that's the inside, fully boxed bottom. So I'm pretty happy, not bad for, you know, someone who until recently has not done a great deal of sewing. And watched the tutorial, and honestly it was so self-explanatory and so easy. I mean, look how neat that is for a box bottom. I was pretty happy, and that was my first one. So I'm pretty happy with them. They're turning out pretty neat, so really happy with that. So that was my finished objects and my very happy project bags. On to some acquisitions. I was out last night and I was given, I'm hoping you lovely people will be able to help me, tell me what I can make with this stuff. I assume it can be pulled apart. I'm not really sure. It's 200 grams. It's Treetop Harmonies. I'm not 100% sure what I could make with it, but I'm hoping that one of you might be able to help me and lead me down the right path to make something new and intriguing with this. Not quite sure. Bit chuffed to be given it and very excited to try something new, but as to what, don't know yet. So any and all suggestions in the comments below, please. I a couple of weeks ago received an email from a very lovely subscriber by the name of Janet Lepre, who messaged me, knowing the struggle that we have trying to get Red Heart here in Australia, offering to send some yarn to me, and I suggested we do a yarn swap, and she quite beautifully and graciously said, no, I'm trying to use my stash. I'd really like to send you some yarn. So we have emailed backwards and forwards, and I am just so buzzed by our emails. I love your emails, Janet, and I really look forward to them. And I really enjoyed meeting you via Zoom last week, or on the weekend. So nice to put a face to the name and to the emails, and yeah, it was just really lovely meeting you via Zoom the other day. But anyway, so she sent me 2 packages, sent a day apart. The second package has arrived before the first package. The beauty of Australia Post. Now, we know that the first package definitely arrived in Australia the day before the second package, but the second package has made its way to me before the first package. Go figure. The vagaries of our Australia Post. Oh. Hold. I'm back. Okay, so today I went to our post office and I picked up my post, and I received, I had to open it, I couldn't not, I was a bit too excited. I received a beautiful card, and on the front of it is the Lord's Prayer, so Psalm 23. And I love the Lord's Prayer. I'm not real fussed on singing it at funerals. It really breaks me every single time. But I love the prayer. The Lord is my shepherd. And so that was, so yes, so Psalm 23. and just a lovely little note in between. So when I opened it, I found, Janet, I love this. So it's Red Heart Super Saver Ombre, and it's the colour violet. For those in Australia, it's a medium 4 weight. It takes a 5.5mm hook, and it's 100% acrylic, and I love this colour. Absolutely love this colour. I don't know yet what I'm going to make with it. I know who I'll have in mind when I'm doing it, but I don't know what I'm going to make with it. But my best friend will be in mind when and my sister from another mister will be in mind when I do this, whatever it is that I do. But I shall remember our happy times and our fun times and the craziness that we got up to together while I'm using this. So there's that. And then I love all things grey, white and black. And God bless her, 2 balls of the Red Heart Super Saver in the colour, yeah, now see, that's gonna not even gonna be, and the Recite, Graffitio, Anthracite, yeah. But I love the change between the 2 cakes, so, or the 2 balls. I know that I will be making a shawl with it. I don't know what shawl. Any and all suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, any suggestions you can think of on a shawl that I could make, either with these 2 in mind or with this one in mind, that would be absolutely fabulous. And also included in my little parcel was, it's going to become my new nightshirt. I love it. Thank you, Janet. And I can't wait to see what other goodies you send me. I'm very excited. Funnily enough, in the last week and a half or so, the company that I've spoken to you about before, about Mean Mothers Creations, and how they're getting more and more things on board, I had received notification that they were finally selling the Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. And I had been dying to try one of their blues. I really want to try the teal, but I'm holding off on that at the moment. But I got myself the scuba. So I was really surprised that they started selling this, because for a long time this was nowhere near even an option. So to finally have them selling it made my day. So there's that. So that arrived in today's post as well, quite fortuitously all at once. And then there is the Mandala Sparkle in the colourway Aquarius, which interestingly is the star sign before my own. It's a lightweight 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 328 yards or 300 metres. I really don't know what I'm going to make with that, but it was just too pretty to pass up. So that was that. And I made my mother a shawl while I was in hospital. I finished it off. I'd started it before I went into hospital, and I finished it while I was in there. And I made this wrap for her, but it wasn't quite large enough. She's getting it for Mother's Day, but wasn't quite big enough. She wanted it a little bit bigger. So I ordered a couple of extra cakes of the Karen cotton cakes in the nested blues so that I can finish her shawl. I'll just get it so you can have a look at it. She knows she's getting it, so it's no surprise. She just doesn't know that I've finally got around to getting the cotton. But this is the shawl. It was the Juliana shawl. I had put a picot border on it, which I'll now undo, and add the extra rows to it. So I'll do the 2 new balls, and then I'll finish it off again with the picot border. The shawl itself doesn't call for a picot border, but when I looked at it, it just looked too pretty to not have a picot border on it. But I really love these colours, and it's such a soft shawl. In fact, I'm thinking I might even do one of the, I don't know. No, because the other, that I've got another shawl in greys and black and white that is this Juliana shawl, and I don't want too many. But it's such a pretty and easy pattern. It really is. But anyway, so I'm going to add to that. And then while I was doing that, I've been wanting to make myself a either a knitted triangle scarf or a crocheted tunic tank top for summer. So I haven't quite made my mind up which one I'm going to do, but I have some of the Rose Whisper. So I picked up a couple of extra balls of the Rose Whisper so that I've got it there once I make my mind up on which one I'm going to do. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. I've had a busy couple of days. I got a bit of crocheting done. Yeah, and had the nice surprise of my ombres coming in the post. I can't begin to tell you how excited I was for them to arrive, and how excited I was to finally start and finish the project bag. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I didn't expect it to quite turn out the way that it has, but and I just love that fabric. Just really pretty, and of course my little foxes. So this one is padded a little bit thicker than this one. I've used iron-on fusing for this one, whereas this one I used the batting. This one is much softer, I must say, but I love the way the durability of this one. So I think I'm going to get some more padding so I can do both. But oh, and this is fully lined as well. So yeah, anyway, I'm really happy with the way that's all turned out, and very, very happy with my happy mail today. Thank you again, Janet. Your generosity has just blown my mind, absolutely blown me away. I have been a very lucky lady in more recent times to have felt the generosity of others and the kind-heartedness of others, and the work of Jesus through so many people in my life in more recent years. And so, Janet, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your generosity. And to everyone else who sends me messages and comments and who, you know, it keeps the interactions going. I really love this community. On that note, I am going to be doing some Zoom videos on Thursdays starting next week. I am being very selective about who is able to join the groups. There has been some recent bad blood due to the behaviour of one person in particular, and the need for some to protect others. I don't want... I work as a counsellor when I'm able to work, and for me, something that I hold sacred is a safe space for everyone that I work with, everyone that I come in touch with. And so I want my Zoom room to be that same safe space so that people don't feel that they are being attacked, and they don't feel that they are being bullied because of situations outside of their own control, and, you know, their own lifestyle choices. We all come together in the common good of crocheting, and I want my Zoom room to be a space where people can come, they can sit, they can have a cup of tea, they can crochet while we're all talking, and there is no fear of being bullied or picked on because of something that someone doesn't agree with or someone doesn't understand your life choices. It's not ours to reason why people make the choices that they do, but I've prayed long and hard about this, and I've made the rather tough decision that I'm going to keep my Zoom details private, but I will provide them to people who email me, and I know that you're not going to be the type of person who's going to make other people feel uncomfortable because, unfortunately, you're unable to understand that we're all different. So that this may lose me some subscribers, and I completely understand that. I completely understand that there are some people who may feel uncomfortable with what I'm doing, and, you know, that's all a part of what makes the world go round. But I need, ethically, for my own working, both privately and professionally, and okay, this isn't a professional setting, but that's who I am, and I have to be true to my ethical beliefs. So if you wish to be a part of my Zoom, which will take place Sydney time at, I think I said 10:30, which makes it, hang on, bear with me, I'll tell you. Actually, I'll have to put it in the comments because, here we go. I do have it. Just bear with me a moment. Somewhere here. I don't even know where it is now. I will put it up. I'll put a listing up. But it is 10:30 my time, Sydney time, on Thursday week. Not this Thursday, but Thursday week. will be, I think, it'll be in the evening, Wednesday evening in America. And I'll put all those details up. But if you're interested and you want to join, then please by all means send me an email and I will let you know the Zoom details and give you the link to join the Zoom chat. But I've made a decision not to make it public, just for the protection of everybody. So if that's something that you don't agree with or you don't feel comfortable with, that's completely understandable. I understand that not everyone's going to agree with my decision, but I hope that for the most part people understand that I've reluctantly come to this decision, but with a great deal of prayer behind it to make sure that I'm making what I believe is the right decision. So until we meet again, keep crafting, keep crocheting, have fun, and God bless.